it is possible that you can end up like this. So I posted a video on my Facebook asking you guys what you thought this condition was and if you would like to know what this condition is. And based on your response, I decided to make a video explaining what this condition is. So if you'd like to find out what this condition is and what it is all about, stay tuned to find out. So I know the next question on your mind is, Irene, what is that? What? Just tell us already. Well, relax, guys. I will tell you, of course. That is an incisional hernia. It was great to see your response. I mean, someone actually got it exactly right, and that was amazing for me to see. Thanks, guys, for participating. I know in some countries they pronounce hernia as hernia. So if you've heard of hernia, this is the same condition I'm talking about here. If you've not heard of hernia or hernia, then you may have seen it without even knowing that this is what I'm talking about, because this condition is very common in the world. So I'm sure many of us have encountered this type of hernia. It is called umbilical hernia. Especially you see it in children. You would see that they have big navels or big belly buttons. This is one type of hernia. We also have hiatal hernia, and this one is one of the causes of reflux or heartburn, as some people like to call it. Then we have spinal disc hernia. This is one of the causes of chronic back pains. So at least you can understand that there are different kinds of hernia, and hernia can happen in different places in the body. So today I'm going to be focusing on abdominal hernias, that is hernias that happen in the abdomen. I've been speaking a lot on hernias and I've not described to you guys what hernia actually is. Hernia is basically when an organ abnormally comes out from the place that it's supposed to be in. So when an organ or a tissue comes out from the wall or the cavity where it is supposed to normally stay in. For example, in the case of the intestines are normally supposed to be behind this wall. So as you can see, this wall has a lot of layers, and it is intended to be so that you can protect your intestines, as they are very fragile. But the thing is that in some people, with time, the wall weakens. With others, they already have natural weak parts in their abdomen walls. And with these weakened areas and with the lifestyle that they live, the intestines, they have a spot where they can come out through, and they start small. And you might not feel it initially, but in due course, more portions of the intestine come out through that spot, and then you notice the bulging. And in some people, they can also feel pain. They can also feel nausea, vomiting. I already described nausea last in my previous video. So they tend to feel those symptoms as well. So these are the areas you mostly find abdominal hernias, especially here. Majority of hernias in the abdomen or around the abdomen happen in this place right here. Another place you would find it is at the place of a previous operation, like the video we had in the beginning. As we know, it is called incisional hernia, and you will normally see it in the place where surgery was once performed. So some things that can cause increase in your abdominal pressure are things like heavy lifting, and you lift a lot of load. Your job requires you to lift a lot of heavy things. You also have things like obesity. Obesity causes an increase in abdominal pressure. You also have things like coughing, chronic cough. Then aside from these things, we also have other things like smoking that weakens your abdominal wall. And we also have family history. A history of hernia in your family would be something to watch out for. And surgery, of course, as we earlier mentioned. Now, what do you do when you notice that you have hernia? You go to the doctor, and your doctor will decide if surgery is necessary in your case or not. Not every case of hernia requires surgery, but your doctor will have to see you and decide that based on what they see. Now, if you do not go to the doctor, it is possible that you can end up like this. So we don't want that to be the case, and we don't want your condition to be out of hand. So I advise you go to the doctor if you notice that you have hernia. So that will be all for today, guys. I hope you learned something. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to comment. Something that you would like to know more about, you can always comment. You can always send me a message. And remember to subscribe, like, and share this video. Bye, guys. Have a wonderful day.